Jackson, Shandy, fuckers, yeah. What's going on? You fuckers. Oh my God. What's going on? It's so nice to meet you. We've been playing your music now for quite some time, and we've spoken a little bit. Have we spoken? Did we do a FaceTime interview once? Maybe. I know you did a voice note for us on the 25 for 25. Have we actually done a thing?
I think this is the first.
So.
I don't think we did.
Yeah.
I think you guys have been super New York about it, just in the cut, just laying low. I'm really glad we finally get to meet. 25 for 25 alumni, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, thanks for making good on that. Things are going in all the right direction. How you feeling? How's life? How's the year started out? We got a song we're going to play, but I mean, just how's your spirit, Shani?
Life is great. How about you?
Thanks for asking. Life is good. Yeah. What about you, Jackson? How did the year start? What were you doing? Were you working on New Year's Eve like most DJs, or were you taking it off?
How did this? We were working. We were in Australia. It's a bit of a blur.
Oh shit! Right? You just got back from Australia.
We did.
Yeah.
So was it a festival run, or was it just a bunch of your own shows? What were you doing down there?
Mostly festival. Yeah.
It's fun. They do festivals good down there. I feel they understand the distance you have to travel, and they give you the days in between to be able to recuperate.
Yeah, they have the doof sticks.
They have the doof sticks. they do. Oh my God, inside baseball right here. Don't take me down an Australasian route. We'll never get back out of that. So we're going to play the song pretty soon, and there's a lot to talk about. You know, this feels exciting. I mean, there's an album that we can talk about, I hope. There's a collaborator, Sir Kenneth Bloom, who's involved now in Fcukers Inc., which is wicked. We love Kenneth. So let's start there. Let's just start with that relationship, because we got used to you guys kind of working on your own terms and doing your own thing and fell in love with music the Fcukers way. So what prompted two people who make music on your own to want to collaborate with someone and bring a different voice or a different idea in, you know?
It was really unexpected. Like, we were out here for Coachella in April, and Kenny had hit us up a long time ago, like, oh, if you guys want to come by and like meet each other, whatever, come to the studio anytime. And
he's so crafty, man. He's just like, if you guys just want to hang out, come in, and then boom, I made an album with you guys. He's like Ron Burgundy. He just pulls out an instrument.
Literally, and like so we went to say hi, and then like on the first day, he's kind of like, you guys trying to cook right now? And we were like,
oh, I've been recording this whole time. You guys didn't know?
And we had been working on another like album kind of in New York, but we were a bit like stuck on it, and so that day we made like 2 songs. We were like, wait, this is kind of fire. And then we were supposed to go to like our signing party with Sony, but we're like, guys, we can't make it. We gotta like stay.
Boss. That's such a flex. Hey guys, thank you so much for the investment of money, time, resource, and love. We're gonna stay in the studio.
We're like, sorry, bro, we gotta cook.
Because they can't get mad at you. What they can do is they can look at a table of deli meats and canapes that are not being eaten and mimosas that stay undrunk.
Literally.
But the answer is that you guys are doing what they signed you for in the first place.
Yeah. 100%. I remember too, it was funny because when we were going to Kenny's, like I totally in my head, it was going to be one of those classic, you go, they show you the really nice studio, and then at the end they go, so it'll be $5,000 a day. Yeah. Whatever. So kind of at the end of it, my vibe was kind of like, nice to meet you, man. We can't afford this.
Yeah. This has been fun and all, but like, let's just call it what it is.
Yeah. But it was really funny because Kenny and I talked about this months later after the album was done, about that first initial meeting. And he was going to go home right after. He was not planning on working with us. And Shannon and I weren't that familiar with him either. Yeah. And the funny thing is the tide turned when we went down in his room and we played him a demo, which is actually the last song on the album, which is like a down tempo number. And he was thinking we were going to do like another Bon Bon. And then we played him this like down tempo thing. And he was like, he even said in retrospect, that's what really switched for him, where he couldn't believe we had switched. But then the funny thing was he had just rapped the Geese album.
Yeah.
And I thought he was just hip hop guy. And then he plays like, he's like, I just made this album. It's really weird. I'm not really sure, whatever. And then he played through some of that. And then I was kind of like, whoa, like, all right, he's doing this.
What's beautiful about this story is that as fans of music, right, especially the way that algorithms and everything work, is we just make this first impression and then we hold on to it like it's so precious to us, or we reject it like it's never going to mean anything to us. It's so extreme one way or the other.
Yeah.
And we don't give artists, to some degree, I think, and I mean this with the best of intention, enough space to develop and to diversify. And I think last year was really interesting for you because you did change up your tempos, you did pitch it up and change things around. It was like, oh, these guys aren't just like coming through with bangers every single time. You know, you got things that are up around 160 beats per minute and fucking around with that, which I thought was really cool. And so it doesn't surprise me that Kenny saw a kindred spirituality there because he's trying to break free as well, right? And so are Geese, by the way.
100%. I mean, it was definitely funny for him, I think, to like come right to us after the Geese album. You know what I mean? Such different, just such a different lane and stuff. But I thought it was funny. It was like, I think it ended up being kind of the odd couple, you know, with us three, because we all brought something so different to the table, and I think like forced each other out of our comfort zones.
That's beautiful. And I think people misunderstand Kenny too. I think they think he is like one genre or another. He's young Rick Rubin.
Well, yeah, he started as Loud Pack. He started at EDM, moved to hip hop, started doing alternative, R&B.
Yeah.
Man of many traits.
Man of many traits. And I want to talk, get back to the original inspiration for the two of you. If it's not this kind of faithful, and there's nothing wrong with this, I love artists that stick to like that really timeless 4 on the floor, 120 to 128 type environment and space out in that. But for you, it's clear that it was never just going to be about that. So what was the original sort of like, let's take it back to the beginning because we're meeting for the first time. What was the original inception point for the two of you to want to create music in the first place?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think when we first met, we had both kind of left our bands that we were in before, and
can I ask what was going on with those bands? What were you making at the time?
like it was kind of like indie, like dreamy, bedroomy kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what were you making?
I was thinking like indie rock.
Yeah,
but I was
we
DJing at the time in New York for like half my rent money.
Yeah.
You know, doing clubs.
Smart.
And I was like, and then I hit a point where I was like, man, I'm making more DJing.
It's so funny how the money often informs the career, especially in the DJ world. But Shani, I digress. So you were saying, so yeah.
Oh no, I was just, and then so, I don't know, I had kind of left that project, but I was kind of just messing around at home, like starting to make kind of beats and like more electronic kind of stuff. And then Jackson and I met through our friend, and Jackson was like, oh, what's up with you and like music and stuff? And I was like, I don't know, kind of quit like indie, like kind of want to make dubstep or something, but I'm not really sure. And then he played me like the first beat of Homie Don't Shake.
That was the first thing you played?
Yeah,
What a
and I
flex.
was like, oh damn, hell yeah, this is fire, let's go.
Amazing.
It was funny too because I was supposed to, it was like we kind of were in a similar friend group, but on kind of other ends of the same friend group. We used to hang out at our friend's same clothing store and kind of knew of each other.
And this is all in the LES, right?
Yeah.
Kind of around the LES.
Yeah.
Shout out Leisure Center on
Leisure
Hester.
Center.
I know it.
But
Used to work there.
but I was like the first couple times that I was supposed to meet her, I didn't. And then literally the last time that I met her, I did the beat for Homie Don't Shake the night before at 1 a.m.
Meant to be.
And the beat that I had when I was originally supposed to meet her was not good. So it was
Meant to be. Well, you knew. I mean, it's funny, I mean, not to be super overly holistic about it, but I fully believe in the meeting of energy fields, and when things feel like something's about to happen, and if you feel that instinct to go, then it's probably the door that's about to open. You're going to open it.
Totally.
You know?
Yeah.
And which one of you worked at the Johnsons? Both of you worked at the Johnsons? Didn't one of you work at a bar at the Johnsons at one point?
I worked at pianos.
I was at pianos.
for a while,
Okay, yeah. Because
for a while.
I was in the LES. I've been in the LES a little bit. We've been staying out there for on and off for the last couple of years and stuff. And your name keeps popping up. I think there's a lot of people who claim you used to work there. You know, you made it in New York, but people claim that you used to work at their bar or work at their spot. You're New York famous now, just FYI.
Wait, does Madison Square Garden claim you? Or no, is that no, we're just going to...
I walked out on that shift. I used to
damn, dude.
bartend there. I used to bartend
that's
there.
brutal. What a place to
Dude,
bartend.
I
Wow.
remember
Best
it was-
ID pick ever.
Yeah, it was the worst job I ever had.
What's the idea? Because you literally like this. Most
Pretty
miserable.
goated.
I just remember I walked out. It was my final shift. It was
Wait,
Hootie
who
and
was...
the Blowfish.
Oh, there you go. You answered my question.
Hootie and the Blowfish. Wow. And I was like, let me make this quick bag. You know? But
This
then
hootie bag? You made
but
a
then-
hootie bag?
But then it was literally like every other bartender clearly that worked there was like, well, I'm gonna make a bag. So like too many people showed up, and then they were gonna like relegate me to like, if you're not at one of the better bars, you make no money.
And
Like,
what is there like some unspoken rule that Hootie like brings the bag? Like Hootie's
MSG is so big, and like it depends on who's playing the
Yeah.
venue that night, right? Like
Yeah.
you can have a
disposable
Hootie.
income goes high with the Hootie.
But it
with the Hootie
depends on
crowd?
like it depends. You have like the higher rooms, you have the mid rooms. You're like if you are, if you're playing, if Pantera's playing on Sunday, the Long Island crowd is coming in, they're not tipping 20%.
yeah.
Well, I remember like I used to be like the bar you wanted to be at was the DraftKings bar on the third level.
Not again.
And then I remember like at Hootie they were like, yeah, we're overstaffed and like you're the junior guy, so like we're gonna send you, up to the bleeds. And I was like, man, you're not making any money like up in the bleeds. So I was like, I told my supervisor, I was like, I think I forgot like some bad excuse. Like I was like, I think I forgot like a pen in my locker.
You never came back.
Never came back.
Yeah, you didn't
Walked
even miss
out.
the opportunity to just be like, take this job and shove it. That's what everyone's supposed to do. You're gonna be like,
No.
yo, man, I don't need this job. I'm gonna be New York famous one day, bro.
I think I like put on, because at MSG they don't let you keep the uniform. You have to like show up, and you take the uniform out of like, it's like you're showing up to prison.
Yeah.
Like
It's a
they're
locker.
giving you, and then it's like adult locker room. They hand you
The inventory.
the uniform,
Yeah.
and so it's like, I took it off. I put on like Iggy Pop, Lust for Life, and I like strolled out into the sunset.
My fucking guy, that is like the most amazing exit strategy of all time. You were literally at a point where you're just like, I can't take this anymore, man. I am not going to go to the nosebleeds and make no money for the
Exactly.
fucking privilege of being right here at music at MSG, doing this at a fucking Hootie and the Blowfish concert. No disrespect, and I'm out the door. See you later. And this is what you're listening to. All right, Lucky, tell us about that song and how they came together, because that to me is like another 0.0. Do you know what I mean? Just the feel of it, the production quality of it without losing that hardness that we love, that rawness that we love about you guys. I don't know, it feels pretty evolutionary to me. Does it feel that way to you?
Yeah, it was actually one of the two that we did with Kenny on the first day.
Amazing.
And it actually almost didn't make it on the album.
Why? Who didn't want it?
We just it was like, I don't know. We were kind of stuck on it. Like we were like, it needs one more thing maybe, but like, or maybe rearrange it a little. But we were like, all right, not that song. And then a few months later, we were like, wait, but like, I really like that song. And we were like, no, but maybe not.
Was it maybe almost a little too direct? I know from talking to artists a lot in my life that when that song comes through that is going to be super sticky and everyone's going to love, sometimes there's a part of you that goes, oh man, is it too big? Is it too direct? Is it too down the straight at you?
I think the thing with it was like, I think because it was one of the first ones we made from
Yeah.
scratch with him in that just like jam day, that then when we went and kind of did the album batch, which we did from scratch with Kenny. Like we didn't come in with anything really pre-written, and he had us on this like, hip hop 3 a day program, like new ideas, churn, burn. And I think like in his head, because that had been from our like screw around day, like I think he was like, oh, that's not,
That's not gonna make
let's
the
not
cut.
do that. And it definitely was missing something for a while. And then at literally the 11th hour, Shani and I were like, oh, it's got to make it. And then honestly, and then Dylan Brady, who we worked on maybe half the album with, he was in that last day when we came back. So we felt like we needed fresh ears.
Two beards came through and fixed it. And
Yes, and then it was funny. It was like literally last second it like came together, and we were like, I think it was when I was like, we were sitting and we were like, Kenny was like, it needs something, and I was like, I turned to Dylan and I was like,
fix it, fix it.
let's just stick a 303 on the whole thing. And
like, I like the way you think, man.
He's like, yeah. And then like literally 30 minutes later, Kenny's like, 303, good call.
It must be really nice to have two people who obviously we have huge admiration for. I mean, Dylan, 100 Gex, come on, completely changed the sound of modern music and pop music and continues to push things out. I know from talking to people who've worked with Dylan off the record just how much of an outside thinker Dylan is. I mean, literally going out there capturing nature sounds and trying to figure out if it can fit into the popular lexicon of music. Like, how did that kind of influence you as well? Just having these two people sort of in a good way competing for the quality of the end result, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's just really inspiring, I think. It's like, yeah, it's so inspiring to be around people like that.
Yeah. Does it make you feel when you've got other people in the room and you get it out of just the two of you and because you make beats, you could be completely, as I said before, self-sustainable. Does it kind of solidify the concept of a band to you when other people are kind of working with you and it doesn't just feel like the two of you working on your own terms? Does that make sense?
It felt so freeing, you know, because it was just like we entered kind of one of those just like magic flow, you know, that like I've never really felt before in my life. Like I've made stuff, but the level of focus in that, because we did the whole album pretty much in 2 weeks, which we didn't think we were gonna try, but obviously that's like
and you
wishful
did it here,
thinking.
right?
We did in LA in Kenny's new studio, and it was funny because I remember like a couple days in is the first time Dylan came over, and Kenny didn't even say Dylan's. He was like, Dylan's over. Like we're, you know, because and I remember that first night I was like, this is the weirdest combo of people in this room, and I think the first night we were all like kind of feeling each other out because it was kind of like obviously we have disparate vibes, and then I think when we all kind of like found the workflow and like settled in, it was just like magic because everyone brought something so different to the table and everyone knew it. That
you're all working for the same intention, right? Which is ultimately to leave that day with something that's going to compete for the world's attention. It's going to try to make it onto the album and be something special, you know? Did you like working in LA? I mean, I think of Fcukers as a definitive modern New York story. I mean, you literally found each other in the LES. You've been working around different pockets and speakeasy vibes of the LES for a while. You know, and I love that because you know, I've seen a lot of great things come out of New York City. And so when a new thing comes out of New York City, I'm like, yeah, that's that energy. So how did you find kind of being in Los Angeles, which is a very different energy?
It was different. Yeah, I mean,
So you hated it.
No, I loved it. It was great. It felt like each day we were like off to the office type shit, you know? And like we worked so much in such a short period of time. It was kind of just like whirlwind vibes.
Whirlwind vibes. What about you? You love it?
Yeah, I mean, like, I think the thing that I was so grateful for was like I had never gotten to like work in like a nice studio. Yeah. You know? Yeah. Like back like in other bands I played in, it was always like scrounging up cash, like and it was like I think I was in a nice studio once with an old band we could afford one day. You know, like kind of vibe. So having the freedom to like work in this thing, I just felt so like blessed, and I was like,
so nice to be able to turn around to the people who have believed in you and decided to go into business with you and say, hey, you know what? On the day we were supposed to sign with you guys and come and hang out and party with you guys, we're now working with one of the best modern producers in the business. So you bet good. I mean, it couldn't have worked out better.
Yeah, no, it couldn't have.
They're probably trying to figure out how to get you in the room with Kenneth. You know what I mean? And like, oh, we're already doing that. We got that covered. Don't worry about it. We're under control. Touring wise, you know, you played a really, really good hand, in my opinion, as a fan, because you haven't run out there and completely overcompensated, you know, and gone and done 1,000 Fcukers shows and everything else. You've chosen really deliberately how you've done it. Headlined, you know, a certain amount of really great experiences, gone and used the whole support network really well. The Tame Impala thing was a touch. I mean, how has the live journey been for you, aside from the recording side of it? How have you approached it? What's been your attitude? Because I see it from a distance, but how have you looked at it?
I think it's been really fun. I mean, coming from like being on tour with like a live band, playing bass and like singing live every night, like it's a lot more freeing, I feel like, this way. Like when we first started playing shows, to just be like, oh, what? I just gotta like jump around and sing. And
sound
like,
system vibes.
It's just like fun, yeah. And I think that was something that for my first show, I was like, wait, that was really like fun in a way I had never had fun on stage before. Yeah. And yeah, it's been fun to like keep growing it and like adding visuals and adding our scratch DJ and like having live drums, it just makes the whole thing like really fun, but also still feel like very live, I think, and very like, I don't know,
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like, too, on the live side, like, I was, like, throwing parties, like, before. I was, like, promoting, like, my own parties, DJing, throwing nights. I mean, there was one night where I would, like, hire a go-go dancer and, like, have friends just, like, doing whatever. Yeah. And I remember that whole experience, like, flipped my mind on what a show could be. Because I remember when we were, like, going for our first show, I was like, wait a sec, like, you don't have to play Mercury Lounge at 8 p.m. Yeah. Like, it's like, it's like everyone's just like, I feel like into that like social construct of like, this is what you do. And I was like, but really, you don't have to do that. Yeah. So like the first show we played, like I hit up like big shout out, like Billy Jones, like RIP, like such a legend. And like I worked at his record store, but I literally texted him and I was like, yo man, like, give me a Friday night at Baby's. And I was like, 11 p.m. doors. We're going to play at midnight. I'm going to get DJs. And I want to make it free.
And he's like, interesting.
And he was like,
tell me list.
Yeah. And he was like, band who's like never released anything, like Friday night free. And he was like, yeah, man, you got it. All right.
Legendary.
So legendary. And, but I feel like off the bat, we were always focused on like doing those unorthodox kind of events and making these more about experiences.
So for people who are listening to this or watching this, fans of yours, they're on their own path, right? They want to create their own journey and they want to create their own identity and carve up a little space to start building out and find their audience, which is what every artist wants to do. What's been one of the most important things for you? Because you defined yourselves really quickly and those kind of decisions are bold. They're great calls, risks, really good risks to take. Like what if no one goes? What if no one comes? If nothing else, it's going to prove to me like maybe my instincts are off. There's so many, you don't think about it, right? So what is it? Is it, I don't know. Is it fearlessness? Is it just outright courage? Like what is it? What's most important, do you think, to get it going, Shani?
I mean, I think that from the jump, it was kind of the reason we were doing it was just for us. Like when we first decided to make music together, we had no idea if we were even ever going to put anything out. We were like, let's just make some stuff for fun and like, cause we want to. And I think that that's something that's always like continued to like carry over because I don't know, we never really had any intention with it other than that from the beginning. So it always, I think, feels really true to us what we're doing. And like, if you believe in something, like it's no problem to just just go for it. Yeah. Yeah,
that's what the band name came from, because when we started, we were like, fuck this. Like literally like,
you're like,
and it was
no
like
rules band.
Yeah,
let's go.
And we were like, commercially unviable name. Like, at the time people were like,
you, man.
People were like, oh, it's commercially. Like I remember even like months later when we first like were, like kind of entered the industry more with management, people were like, just so you know, like you'll never get played on the radio and you'll never get played on TV.
Yeah, my grandma was really worried about that. She's like, sweetie, you're never going to get played on the radio though.
God bless the people who care about us the most, right?
Yeah, but I also just think it's like, I completely agree. I think it's like you got to stay true to yourself and I know that's like become like,
no.
It's just like a phrase, but I think the power of music is, music's so great because everyone has different tastes and everyone likes different stuff. And I think when us as humans, like if we hear something we like, we feel less alone, and it's like when, but it's like,
that is it.
And it's like, that's why when I think you're getting too much in the instincts of like, what are people going to like? It's like, make what you want to make because there's going to be some other kid out there who listens to that and goes, oh, that's what I like too. I'm less alone. Instead of like when you're at the festival hearing all the stuff you don't like, and that makes you feel more alone.
Someone very close to me said to me, I was talking about something and I was in my head on something. He's like, yeah, you're focused on the perception, not the feeling. I was like, okay, that's totally true. It is about finding that feeling and holding on to that feeling as long as you can. And it's hard, man, because that shit there's push and pull in that area all the time. all the time. Those little voices in your head, by the way, that get really amplified by the people and the opportunities that are right in front of you. They almost pit against you in a strange way, you know?
100%.
You've got to be really bold.
Yeah.
Congrats on finishing this album. We're so
you.
excited to dive in. I mean, you're starting the year off in such a great way for us. You got so many fans here at Apple, and we just want to, get 50 albums from you too. So, I wish you nothing but the best, and you'll come back.
Yeah,
hang out with us.
100%.
Yeah, you're welcome anytime, man.
Yeah, thank you for the support.
Yeah, thank you so much.